GE really has had a base in Miyagi Prefecture for a long time with some of our businesses, primarily healthcare and the financial services business. But then in 2009, our company globally was focused on a push towards what we call sustainable cities. So developing various ways for cities to develop and meet their growth needs and meet their challenges. Our Sustainable City initiative is really one that we've worked on globally. So we've done it in a number of different areas of the world. And in Japan, we initially picked Sendai for that initiative. And the cities that we pick are ones that where, one, the government really understands what needs to be done, and two, that we can work with them to develop some of those solutions. The first thing I have to say is, what makes this all possible, really, is the combination of a company bringing answers and a government being supportive and understanding the needs of their society, of their people. And if you match those two together, you've got a perfect combination, and we found that up in Miyagi Prefecture. In addition to that good working relationship, we have also found a number of different incentives, monetarily, incentives through MEDI directly, and directly through Miyagi Prefecture, that have helped us on a couple of our projects. So that was very helpful. Well, the whole concept of public-private partnerships is one where the government understands the needs and has access to resources to meet those needs, but really to come up with workable solutions. The companies, have the private companies have the answers, and so combining the people who know what needs to be done and have the resources to get it done with the answers that the private sector can provide is really what we're talking about. The challenges that Sendai in particularly faces with the changing demographics, the aging, those are the reasons that we chose Sendai in Japan, of all cities, to be the model for our sustainable city efforts. And so we also found, again, there's great cooperation not only at the prefectural level, but also at the city level with the government in Sendai. So it makes it a great place to work and to invest and to try many of the pilots that we're currently doing up in Sendai and the surrounding area. Sure. First I'd mention something we've done in the healthcare sector, really developing what I would say is a unique solution. We introduced, initially donating 11 doctor cars, Menkoi as they're called, which include portable medical equipment and, in small four-wheel drive van-like vehicles that can take doctors and nurses to where the health care is needed. So it's good. One, it was good after the 3/11 disaster to get to things like shelters and people who couldn't get to the clinics and hospitals. And in the longer term, it'll be good for older people to also get health care. So that's one example. One of the other examples of a kind of a new approach is this concept of an indoor farm, which is different from a greenhouse. It's actually in an enclosed building in a very kind of sterile environment. We have a pilot underway right now to initially grow lettuce, but it will be expanded to other vegetables, I'm confident, as well over time. Powered by LED lighting, and eventually also powered by other technology that we have, which will provide electricity plus carbon dioxide to feed the plants. You know, I would kind of summarize it. What makes it attractive for GE to work up there is the close public-private partnership that we've been able to build over the last couple of years. A really proactive government, both at the prefectural and the city level. And then also the other incentives, be it through, you know, the Reconstruction Bureau or MEDI or the local governments up there, other incentives, both monetary and policy related, that have made it a good place to work for GE, and a good place to invest, and a good place to try out some of the pilots that we should be able to use in other parts of Japan and then globally. So it's been a great experience.